Truck is in love. I don't believe what you're saying to me. This is something I've got to see. Is it here? I look in the pool hall. Well, is it here? I look in the drugstore. Is it here? No, it don't come here no more. But I tell you what, I saw him. He was sitting behind us down at the Pensacola. And whatever it is that he's got up his sleeve, I hope it isn't contagious. What's her name? Is that her there? Oh Christ, I think he's even combed his hair. And is that her? Well, then what's her name? Oh, it's never gonna be the same. That's not her. I know what's wrong. 'Cause Chuck is with a little girl singing this song. Don't you know Chuck is in love? Yeah, yeah. Chuck is in love. 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 He's in love. Oh, with me.
Good morning, the big 1400 WJZM radio. It is 46 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. A sister of the Northern California gunman who fatally shot 4 people before he was killed by police says her brother struggled with mental illness throughout his life and had a violent temper at times. Police say Kevin Neal killed 2 of his neighbors before opening fire randomly at multiple locations.
The suspect engaged 2 officers. They returned fire. The suspect was killed at the scene.
Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnson says 10 people wounded in the attack. A possible serial killer has people on edge in the Seminole Heights section of Tampa, Florida.
Like, I'm constantly checking the lock to make sure I lock the door. I'm constantly looking out my back window like, you know, who's in my backyard? That's getting too much. Now I'm like, maybe I need to consider moving.
Tampa police have been knocking on doors and checking car trunks in their search for a suspect. 4 people have been shot and killed recently. Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore, the target of sexual misconduct allegations by several women, continues to proclaim his innocence. But Senate correspondent Linda Kenyon says that Moore is getting no sympathy from some members of his own party in the Senate.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell reflecting on the candidacy of Judge Roy Moore for the Alabama Senate seat.
He's obviously not fit to be in the United States Senate, and we've looked at all the options to try to prevent that from happening.
Those options include voting to expel him from the U.S. Senate if he wins the seat in the Alabama special election.
Moore says he's being harassed by the media. The head of Zimbabwe's influential War Veterans Association says members stand with the Army and that longtime President Robert Mugabe should be recalled and as president and ruling party leader. Dow futures down 124 points. This is SRN News. Billy Graham has just entered his 100th year, and his son Franklin says there are some special things being planned.
Each month, each week, we're going to be posting, we're going to be sharing our radio, video, different aspects of my father's life.
And he wants Christians from across the country to get involved.
We'll allow you to post your
Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. It's your car, it's your voice. Jackson's Body Shop, the best choice. Dents, dings, major body repair. A pre-loaner car, 'cause we really care. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body
1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather. Patchy fog this morning, mostly cloudy, maybe a pop-up shower, high today of 59. Rain this evening, then we should have some clearing and expect an overnight low of 39. For Thursday, sunny much of the day, a high around 56 degrees. Currently, at 7:05, we're at 46 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county starting to build on this Wednesday morning. Looks like 41A Fort Campbell, not too bad. It is slow in a couple of spots. 79 Woodlawn, slow in a couple of areas. 48 and 13 if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy out by Montgomery Central. And as you get into town, it slows down once you get to Liberty Park. 41A out in Sango is busy as well due to all the construction. Looks like Rossview Road. 79 out in St. Bethlehem is busy at the moment. There is an accident on Warfield Boulevard out by the interstate connector that has traffic tied up out that way. Looks like Rossview Road is very busy at the moment, and the MLK 76 connector is busy as well, especially out by the interstate. Now, if you're headed to Nashville this morning, it is slow in a couple of spots. I see one there right after you get on the interstate out by the MLK 76 connector. Traffic has slowed down due to an object being on the road, but after you get past that, it looks like it's pretty good all the way into Nashville this morning. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. As we keep watch on traffic, it's picked up quite a bit out here the last few minutes as far as wrecks. Appear to be a fender bender in Brentwood at Franklin Pike and OHB. Traffic's really heavy now on I-40 coming out of Wilson County into Davison. Traffic's bumper to bumper already 65 south there at Trinity Lane. Attention business owners, find out why 26,000 other business owners have joined iTex. I'm a member. You should become one. Call 933-4590. Log on to nashville.itex.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning, all on the big 1400 WJZM. It is 7:07, and that means it's time for the Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville here on the big 1400. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John. We've made it. It's hump day.
It's hump day.
I told you about that. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days, and you're going to be walking around, and you're going to be singing tenor, you know. So you need to be careful, John.
Okay.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well.
Good. But we are so glad that we're getting started on this Wednesday, because that means that it is Governor Wednesday.
Hello, Governor.
That's right. It's all about Austin Peay. Bill Persinger will be here during the 8 o'clock hour. We'll talk Governor Wednesday on the big 1400. Big 1400, WJZM Radio, Clarksville's Good Time Oldies back-to-back for this Wednesday with Chuck and John on the Good Morning Clarksville show. Coming up later, Sports Now Update with Justin Swallows at 7:20. Brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Musically this hour, Skylark, as well as some Eddie Money and the Pointer Sisters are all on the way. But first and foremost, we got to do some business. That's right, it's birthdays. Shailene Woodley is 26. She was in The Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars. She was also in The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Sean Murray is 40. Tim McGee on NCIS.
Yes.
He was also in Disney's Hocus Pocus.
He was?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't?
No.
Yeah. Sydney Tamilia Portier is 44. Of course, with a name like that, she's got to be Sidney Portier's sexy daughter. She was Wanda in Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror and Jungle Julia in Death Proof, which was Quentin Tarantino. What?
That was a big movie.
Death Proof? I missed it. I missed it. Johnny Lee Miller is 45. Sherlock Holmes on 45 on Elementary. Before that, he was most famous for being Angelina Jolie's ex-husband. Craig Shoemaker is 55, the Love Master. Kevin Eubanks is 60. He was with Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beverly D'Angelo, best known for Chevy Chase and those hilarious and fabulous vacation movies. How do you think she is?
She is 68.
66. You're close.
Yeah.
ABBA singer Anna Frida Lingstad is...
Frida.
Yeah, she's 72. Sam Waterston is 77. Assistant DA Jack McCoy on Law and Order.
Yeah.
Petula Clark.
She is 78.
85.
Wow. Whoa.
85.
Reckon she's going downtown anymore?
Probably not.
Not without assistance.
She can't go down the steps. She probably can't go down the steps at 85 without a little assistance. Not. But man, what a ripe old age, 85.
Yeah, that's
Ed
good.
Asner.
He's 92.
No, 88.
Oh.
Believe it or not. I think that's kind of cool. 1 day until America quits smoking, 8 days until Thanksgiving, 40 days until Christmas, y'all. So get those Christmas lists ready. You know, I'm getting grief.
Start my fasting.
You know why I'm getting grief at my house?
For what?
Because they want to put up the Christmas tree early.
Now?
Yeah.
It's not till Thanksgiving or after.
Yeah, we always put it up the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take yours down right after Christmas or after the 1st?
After the 1st.
Okay, because some people, I've always heard it's bad luck.
I don't even want to go over their house. I don't even want a Christmas gift from them. They're not getting a Christmas card from me.
Because they said it was bad luck to take it down after the 1st?
No, because they take their Christmas tree down after, come on. They take their Christmas tree down right after Christmas, come on. Live a little.
Yeah, some people do.
Let it go.
I always left mine up till the 1st.
Yeah, we always leave ours up. We always put it up the weekend after Thanksgiving, and we always take it down the
weekend after the 1st.
Yeah, that's what we always do.
Yeah.
30 days until Star Wars, The Last Jedi. It's getting upon us.
It's
30
close.
days.
I know I need to check on Jimmy. I've got to send him a text. At least it's
Well,
not very
Jimmy might
cold.
not be in as bad a shape today as he was the other day because it's not quite as cold today as it has been. But those are a few birthdays here on the Big 1400. 1400 WJZM Radio. It is 7:20, 46 degrees. Expect a high today of around 59, 39 for an overnight low, and a chance of showers this afternoon. Oh, are you playing around? Or what?
No. Hal's
Hal,
the problem.
Hal, what is Hal doing?
He asked for a quarter.
Just so he could get started?
Yeah, he's going to a go-go in Thailand.
Okay. The big 1400. The big 1400 WJZM Radio, 46 degrees, expecting a high of 59. There's a chance for maybe a pop-up shower this afternoon and this evening. 39 for an overnight low, and then sunny most of the day on Thursday. Expect a high in the mid-50s. 34 for overnight low Thursday night. Friday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high to 62 degrees as we move into the weekend.
Warming up.
Yep. But then it drops. I think, and it's Sunday and Monday is when it really turns cold again.
You have to, can you just say, I don't know?
Oh, I don't know.
It could be warm.
I don't know when it's going to turn cold. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. But we'll see. Okay.
And how many days until daylight savings time arrives?
We're not counting the days until daylight.
Again.
I've got to get through Christmas in there. You know, what, 40 days till Christmas?
I don't know.
Is that what we said?
Bah humbug.
Yeah, whatever. Back in the day, 525 years ago, 1492.
A little bit before my time.
1492, Christopher Columbus wrote in his diary that the Indians were drying and smoking a plant called tobacco.
Oh.
It is believed to be the first reference to tobacco.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
Something else.
Well, they probably had, some mushrooms.
Yeah. Mushrooms?
Yeah.
You think they had the funny mushrooms?
Yeah, the ones that would cause you to hallucinate.
Oh.
211 years ago in 1806, explorer Zebulon Pike came upon the Colorado mountains. Well, he didn't actually come upon the mountains. He saw them from afar. They later named one of them after him, Pike's Peak.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, you have?
Yeah.
It's
tall.
Yeah, it is. It's way up there.
It's way up there.
Way there. 37 years ago in 1980, Kenny Rogers had his first #1 hit. What was it?
What now? Say that one more time. Let me catch the
37 years ago in 1980, Kenny Rogers had his first #1 hit.
Lucille.
No. Lucy, don't take your love to town.
No, you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. No. Oh, no.
No.
Man.
Lady. Which was written by Lionel Richie.
Oh.
27 years ago in 1990, and here's something that you're right in there with this.
Okay.
1990.
Yeah. No, that's foggy.
Fabrice Morvan and Rob Pilatus came upon the whole idea. Their producer said, publicly admitted that they never sang a note on the Milli Vanilli album.
Oh.
Yep, 27 years ago.
Girl, you know it's true. Oh.
And 20 years ago, William Shatner married his third wife, Noreen Kidd. She later died in their swimming pool. Ooh. And he wrote about it in his book, What Have You Done? So there you have some back in the day on the big 1400.
WJZM, Clarksville. 1, 2, 3. Good love. Good love. Good love. Good love. I was feeling so bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, doctor, Mr. MD, doctor, can you tell me what's ailing me, doctor? He said, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Indeed. All I really need, good love. Now give me that good, good love. Good love. All I need is love. Good love. Good loving, baby. Good love. Honey, please. Squeeze me tight, squeeze me tight. Don't you want your baby to be alright? Be alright. I said, baby, like it's for sure, it's for sure. I got the fever, yeah. You got the cure, got the cure. Everybody, yeah, 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 yeah. Indeed, all I really need is good love. Now come on, now give me that love. Good love. All I need is love. Good love. Good loving, baby. Good love.
Dun, dun.
The big 1400 WJZM Radio. It is the Wednesday edition, a Governor Wednesday.
Hello,
on the big
Governor.
1400 with Chuck and John, and we've got guests from Austin Peay State University. Bob Bill Persinger is gonna. Yeah, he brought ROTC cadets.
Ooh, company's
and
calling.
yeah, we got company here in the studio, so we'll be talking to them later on this morning here on the big 1400. Well, we told you the other day that the rumors were out that Blake Shelton was People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
That's true.
And like all the rest of them who were picked previously as the sexiest man alive, he's so humble about it, you know? Oh, shucks. I can't believe you picked me.
Yeah,
you know,
I am
but
so
anyway,
beautiful.
He said he first, they told him that he got it, his first thought was, quote, y'all must be running out of people. Like, wow, we're down to somebody who is somewhat symmetrical. So he was honored as to be the sexiest man alive. It was interesting because they, in addition to naming Blake Shelton as the sexiest man alive, People Magazine also honored some men for having the sexiest body parts. Here's what they came up with. Sexiest eyes, Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
Sexiest arms, Jason Momoa. Sexiest chest, Daniel Day Kim. Sexiest smile, Barack Obama. Sexiest derriere, Kit Harington. He's on. Kit Harington. He's Jon Snow on Game of Thrones.
Oh, on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sexiest hair, Andy Cohen. And sexiest abs, Harry Shum from Glee and Shadowhunters. And most wonderful personality, John Michaels.
Oh, yes. I thought that you was going to say Judge Roy Moore.
Don't go there, John. Don't start on Judge Roy Moore. Leave him alone.
Not already?
Leave Judge Roy Moore, and don't be playing any songs in reference to him anymore. I
didn't.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. The Big 1400.
Coming up next, Take Me Home Tonight.
The Big 1400. WJZM Radio will take a break. We'll be right back.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card? Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app. With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more. And best of all, it's free. From F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Cheesecake. It's one of those all-time favorite desserts. And the best you've ever had is waiting in the case at Coffee Break and Cheesecake. They make everything from scratch, right down to whipping their own butter. And they're creating delicious flavors like white chocolate with cookie crust, Reese's Pieces, Oreo mint, and s'mores. Come hungry because they sell not slivers or bites, but huge chunks of deliciousness. Coffee Break and Cheesecake at 1191 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Suite F, just past Dover Crossing.
Warren's Apothecary is much more than just a pharmacy. From prescriptions to home medical equipment, these folks have been taking care of families since 1960. They will take care of your prescriptions. They have certified fitters for mastectomy supplies. Warren's Apothecary has hospital equipment for sale or rent, and much more. Most insurances are accepted, and they have free delivery. Give them a call to find out more. 931-647-6791. Warren's Apothecary is located at 1647 Memorial Drive in Clarksville. Call 931-647-6791.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Looking for a new golf experience? Tired of playing the same old courses? Try Clarksville's newest golf course, the River Club Golf and Learning Center, located along the Red River. The picturesque River Club offers some of the area's best golf, putting greens, and driving ranges. And while you're there, stop by and have lunch in the clubhouse or enjoy some live music in the evenings. It's open to the public and waiting for you. The River Club Golf and Learning Center, Clarksville's premier golf experience. Call the River Club of Clarksville today for more information. 931-919-3200. The River Club of Clarksville.
Looking to catch the big game with a group of friends? Do it O'Neill style. Want to see a great live band rock the stage? Do it O'Neill style. Hungry for a great meal or just thirsty for an icy cold draft beer? Get them O'Neill style at O'Neill's Bar and Grill, a genuinely great American sports bar. They've got wall-to-wall TVs, huge selections behind the bar, and a menu that obliterates the average pub fare. Clarksville's best times take place at O'Neill's Bar and Grill, located at 1979 Madison Street in Midtown.
Investments, insurance, retirement planning. Do you have questions? Do you want someone to give you straight and honest answers? Are you not sure who to talk to? Call Mike Biggs with AXA Advisors and work with someone local right down the street. Mike Biggs with AXA Advisors has been in the business of relationships here in Clarksville for over 30 years, helping you find the answers to the questions, making sense of the confusion, and coming up with strategies to help you with the many choices and decisions that have to be made when it comes to planning for the future and planning for the here and now. Mike has a 30-year track record of trusted service to his clients and to the community and is a steady hand to turn to in these uncertain times. Give Mike a call today at his office at 931-245-5480 or on his cell at 931-320-1516 and let him help you with retirement today or planning for retirement for the tomorrows. Mike Biggs offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, 212-314-4600. Member FINRA SIPC and offers insurance and annuity products through AXA Network LLC.
We've got
got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio Wednesday. It is Chuck and John on this Governor Wednesday. Lady Ball basketball tonight on the radio. They take on James Madison University. Airtime 5:30. Tip-off at 6 right here on the Big 1400.
When I first saw him standing there, I longed to speak but did not dare. Something inside whispered to me, you'd better move in carefully. And then he smiled and turned away. That told me all he could not say. That's when I knew he wanted me to, but I had to do some breaking through. He's so shy. He's so shy. That sweet little boy who caught my eye. He's so shy. He's so shy. And he's much too good to let get by. Oh, yes, he is. Now holding him gently through the night, nothing has ever felt so right. And I'm so glad I took the time that I had to take to make him mine. He can still do things to my heart, just like he did right from the start. Each time I see that quality that never stops attracting me. He's so shy, so good looking. He's so shy, he's really got me going. That sweet little boy who caught my eye. He's so shy, so glad I got to know him. He's so shy, 'cause he's the one in a million, and I'll love him till the day I die. Oh, yes, I He's so shy, that's why I love my baby. He's so shy, oh, it's driving me crazy. That sweet little boy who caught my eye. I said he's so shy, took a long time to know him. He's so shy, and I'm so glad I got to show him that I love him till the day I die. Oh yeah, and he's so shy.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. It is 47 degrees at 7:39 on the Big 1400. This is the Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville, our Governor Wednesday here on the Big 1400. Well, Simon Cowell almost killed himself last month. Remember when he fell backwards off a flight of stairs, steps in the middle of the night? Well, fortunately, he did not die, but it was a wake-up call.
It was?
Yep. Now he's
especially when he woke up from the fall.
with that headache. Yeah, and bandaged and stitched up. But now he's on a health kick that includes more exercise, less drinking, and a lot less smoking. He was inhaling 80 cigarettes a day, but now he's cutting back to just 2. Man, that's cold turkey.
Just 2.
From 80 to 2. That's
80?
4 packs of cigarettes, which is actually a logistical feat. Let's say it takes 6 minutes to actively smoke a cigarette. 80 would take 480 minutes or 8 straight hours of puffing. That through that cloud of smoke. You know, you're trying to get through to him.
How did he ever sit through American Idol?
I don't know, you know, because they taped that and then they break, and so I guess he'd run off stage.
Some of it was live, though, wasn't it?
It was. And some of it he'd probably have to run off stage, run off set, and go in the back.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, and come back in. Well, it's especially impressive, though, when you consider how many places you're not allowed to smoke anymore. Before he fell, Simon says that he had woken up and wasn't feeling well, possibly because his whole body was an ashtray.
Or he had a hangover.
So he walked downstairs to get some hot milk on his way back up the steps.
Hot milk?
Yeah. You know,
no wonder he fell.
They help you sleep.
Hot milk?
Hot milk is supposed to help you sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, calm you down.
Yeah.
But on his way back up the steps, he fainted and fell backwards. A big motivator for Simon's new health kick, of course, is his 3-year-old son. He says, quote, "I've really got to take good care of myself to sort things out, and after that, I need to understand that I'm a dad and I have more responsibility than ever."
How did he take time to have a son?
I don't know.
In between, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, I got 5 minutes before I have to have another smoke.
Yeah, he probably said,
"Let's go."
And I got to have somebody to pass these T-shirts down to that I wear all the time, you know. But anyway, congratulations for Simon that he's on this health kick.
Even though he is grumpy.
Yeah.
Grumpier than me. He's grumpier than me.
But you're not grumpy. You're just different.
Well.
Yeah, he is grumpy. Yeah, you are grumpy. You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm grumpy.
You're grumpy. Grumpy old John.
That's me.
Yeah. Fa. Yeah.
Fa.
Fa. Oh. And falafel.
Falafel.
Yeah, I got it. I'm working on it. Yeah, just give me that good old chicken noodle.
Banh mi.
A soup.
Banh mi.
Banh mi.
Banh mi.
Can you say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Hey, I got a ham and cheese story that you're going to love.
Oh, you do?
Coming up a little later on here.
Good.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio.
WJZM, Clarksville.
The big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we're just ahead of Bob Kessling with the Vol Network Notebook at 7:50 this morning, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on this Governor Wednesday. You know, I was reading an article they've ranked the 10 most welcoming cities in the world, and there are 2 American cities in the top 10. And now, you want to guess which ones they are?
No.
Okay.
New York?
No. San Francisco is 4th, and Orlando is 10th.
New York's not in there?
No. It says the most welcoming.
I know, but New York's welcoming. They all give you a finger, a salute, and say these curse words.
That's the operative word, welcoming. San Francisco always has a great reputation for being inviting. They got some great areas to visit. You know, the Napa Valley, the wine area around there, and they got some great eateries.
And they want you to spend money.
Of course.
Just like Orlando.
Just like Orlando. You know, of course they'd be welcoming.
Please come to
Come
Disney
on,
World.
bring your wallet, bring your debit card with you, amigo. Come on.
As the commercial says, what's in your wallet? We want to see.
That's Is that what the commercial says? Yeah.
When you get to Orlando.
Yeah. But in San Francisco, hey, San Francisco wants some of that ching-chang, too.
That's right.
You know,
They all
want some,
do.
because they got them some places that you can spend that money on. And, you know, whether it's the eatery or whether it's visiting some of the sites to see, you know, going to sports events. And they've got a great cultural venue, a great museum. So, And then Orlando, of course, you know, Epcot, Universal, Disney World. And so it's all...
All those are good.
Yeah. And so, you know, there would be welcoming cities. But but at least we got 2 out of the top 10.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
It's a shame they just didn't put New York in there.
Well,
because they welcome you.
You know, maybe
when you get off the plane.
Maybe New York will be an honorable mention.
Okay.
You think?
Sounds good.
Yeah, the big 1400, WJZM Radio, 48 degrees, 748 on the big 1400.
Sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces show no traces of the evil that lurks within. Smiling faces, sometimes they don't tell the truth. Smiling faces,
Big 1400 WJZM radio right at 48 degrees, expecting a high today of 59. There is a chance for a spotty shower, mainly this afternoon and tonight. 39 for an overnight low. And for Thursday, sunny most of the day, 56 for an expected high. Right now we're at 48 degrees, and we're about, we're a week away from Thanksgiving. Well, really, what, 8 days away from Thanksgiving?
Yes, it's getting closer.
Yep, we are.
It is
getting closer. Here's something good for you and your siblings to secretly bet on to keep Thanksgiving interesting this year. And you said you'll probably make a couple of rounds going for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, probably.
But people...
you said you do, don't you? Or you don't? You just do one.
We don't. We just do one, yeah. Here's the question.
Fun. Oh, that's right. You eat about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember now.
Yeah.
Well, you might be second on my list.
4:30 or 5.
4:30 or 5.
Yeah, you can make it over there. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Which relative is gonna pass out drunk first? Now, I've never thought of that, but they did a survey. A new survey asked more than 1,000 people which of their relatives is most likely to get hammered at Thanksgiving dinner. They add up to more than 100% because a lot of families, there's more than one good answer. Okay?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. So they asked.
It just depends.
I don't know. I was trying to think if I've ever been to a Thanksgiving meal where somebody got hammered.
Oh, we all. I mean, it happens at our place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
People get hammered.
Anyway.
There's lots of wine.
These are the results. But, I mean, anyway, yeah. Your uncle. 26% of the people said your uncle. 24% said one of your cousins. 3% said your brother.
Oh.
Yeah. 4% said your dad.
Oh.
Did you notice that there aren't, well, cousin could be a female. 5%, 19% rather said you end up getting hammered. 12% said your aunt. 12% said your sister, your mom at 10%, your grandfather at 3%, and your grandmother at 2%. That's from alcohol.org.
Alcohol.org.
Yeah.
Have they been to my house, I guess?
I don't know. Where would you fall in there?
Me? Well, I have to drive, so I usually don't participate too much. Yeah. But I might have one or two.
I thought that was surprising.
Well, my dad does smile a lot by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's usually got a big smile on his face.
Is that turkey? Is that...
no, that's after the tryptophan wears off, and then he starts back to drinking wine spodioti again,
Come on, the Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Time now for the Ball Network Notebook. Brought to you by Bob. Brought to you by Cobb.
Bob, how much alcohol have you had
this morning?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Copies in a Flash. Bob Kessling on the Big 1400.
The Tennessee basketball team overpowers High Point and the Vol football team adjusting to Coach Brady Hope. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee went on a 32-0 run in the first half and went on to beat High Point 84-53 Tuesday night at Thompson Bowling Arena. Jordan Bone and Lamonte Turner each had 16 points to lead the Vols to their second win of the season. Graduate transfer James Daniel scored 4 points, but he had 10 assists. Daniel, who 1 year at Howard averaged 27 points per game, said he's making the adjustment to running the team instead of looking to score.
It's been really tough for me, actually, talking to Coach the other day. He just kind of put into words that he just needs me to run the team, get guys involved, and that my shots will come because he know I can score the ball. So he said just wait for it and just get everybody involved.
Next week, Tennessee heads to the Bahamas for the Battle for Atlantis tournament. The Vols play Purdue next Wednesday at noon. Lady Vols look for their second win of the season Wednesday night, hosting James Madison. Tip-off time is 7 p.m. in Thompson Bowling Arena. On football Saturdays at Neyland Stadium, it takes a team effort for the Vols to drive down the field and into the checkerboard end zone for a touchdown. It also takes countless hours of practice beforehand to familiarize each player with his assignment. Your locally owned co-op is a trusted teammate to farmers from Union City to Mountain City. The roster made up of men and women providing unmatched service and expertise to help folks score a victory with their crops, livestock, garden, and much more. Co-op,
proudly farming Big Orange country. Tennessee football team held its second practice under interim coach Brady Hoke on Tuesday afternoon. The Vols preparing for Saturday night's game against LSU. Senior tight end Ethan Wolf said it's been a tough couple of days, but the team is adjusting to Coach Hope.
Obviously, he's been a head coach in the past, and he knows what he's doing. We're going to do things his way.
Tennessee looks to upset LSU on Saturday night at Neyland Stadium. Kickoff time is 7 p.m. Reporting for the Ball Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
Maintaining a professional appearance in today's competitive market is key to success. Do you have a need for a new logo design? See Copies in a Flash. Their expert team can assist you from start to completion of your logo design. Maybe it's a flyer you need. They can do that as well. Anything to do with print, your local Copies in a Flash can handle it all in a flash. Visit Copies in a Flash at 1841 Business Park Drive in Clarksville. Copies in a Flash offers free delivery. See Copies in a Flash and view all their offerings at copiesinaflash.com. Copies in a Flash says go Big Orange and are proud to support our community.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Don't forget, we've got Clarksville Academy basketball on the Big 1400 tomorrow. We have a women's and boys game. They take on Grace Christian. The girls game will be joined in progress, and then we'll join the boys game approximately around 6:30. Clarksville Academy basketball. The Cougars right here on the Big 1400. Big 1400 WJZM Radio, 49 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
This news flash brought to you by Heritage Bank. We are open for business. Your business. Bankwithheritage.com.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Could have been much worse. That's what police say about yesterday's shooting rampage in Northern California that left 4 people dead. Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnson says at one point the gunman tried to get inside an elementary school but was locked out.
What it appears to be is that he became frustrated, not being able to get into the classroom. And he, so he went mobile again. He encountered some other people on the road, crashed into their vehicle, shot at them.
Before he was shot and killed by police. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he has shared his concerns about GOP Senate candidate Roy Moore with the White House. Meanwhile, Moore tells a rally in Alabama that the sexual misconduct allegations against him are just an attempt to derail his campaign in the final days.
What do you think I'm going to do? Why do you think they're giving me this trouble? Why do you think I'm being harassed by media and by people pushing for allegations in the last 28 days of this election, last 30 days?
Moore's remarks aired on WBMA TV. Also at SRNnews.com, Senate Republicans working on a tax reform bill are targeting Obamacare.
Senate Republicans triggered outcry from Democrats and concern from some Republicans when they said they would revisit health care as part of their bill to reform the tax code. More specifically, they said they would move to repeal the health care insurance mandate to help fund some of the tax cuts in the bill.
Senate correspondent Linda Kenyon. On Wall Street, stock futures deep in the red. Dow futures are down about 114 points. NASDAQ futures off 21. S&P futures down 13 points. This is SRN News. A church with a female pastor is being rebuked by a Tennessee Baptist organization.
Messengers to the Tennessee Baptist Convention annual meeting voted overwhelmingly not to seat messengers from First Baptist Church in Jefferson City, which has a woman pastor, during the TBC's opening session November 14th. The committee based its decision on Article 6 of the Baptist Faith and Message 2000, declaring that the office of pastor is limited to men as qualified by Scripture. Baptist Press reports by a show of ballots, the motion was overwhelmingly approved with less than 20 opposing votes. Patrick Foss reporting.
Australia will be the next country to legalize same-sex marriage. Results of the country's referendum on the issue show about 2/3 of Australians support homosexual unions, ensuring that the parliament will enshrine the practice in law before the year is out. The Australian Bureau of Statistics reports 62% of registered voters responding to the postal survey favor allowing homosexuals to wed. This is SRN News. Well, the college football playoff rankings look different this week.
Alabama has replaced Georgia as the new number 1 in the college football playoff rankings. The 10-0 Crimson Tide took the top spot with Saturday's win over Mississippi State and the Bulldogs' 23-point loss to Auburn. Clemson is second with Miami and Oklahoma joining the Tigers and Crimson Tide among the top 4 for the first time. Wisconsin was 5th and Auburn climbed to 6th. Georgia dropped to 7th and Notre Dame slipped from 3rd to 8th following its blowout loss to the Hurricanes. I'm Denny Kapp.
Zimbabwe's army says it has President Robert Mugabe and his wife in custody and is securing government offices and patrolling the capital streets following a night of unrest that included a military takeover of the state broadcaster. The night's action triggered speculation of a military coup, but the military supporters praise it as a bloodless correction. More details at SRNnews.com.
Commercial loans, Heritage Bank. Those are the only 4 words you need to know to make your commercial project a reality. Whether it's a new building for your business or a new business altogether, the commercial lenders at Heritage Bank can make things happen so you can make your business a success. Call or stop by your local Heritage Bank office today. At Heritage Bank, we're open for business. Your business.
NMLS number 431499. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bankwithheritage.com.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Clarksville area weather. Patchy fog this morning. It should burn off and probably has. I looked out the door a few minutes ago.
Did you look out the weather window?
I looked out the weather window and it looked like the fog had burned off.
Okay.
So we should have a mostly clear day. Expect a high today of around 59. Maybe a pop-up shower this afternoon and this evening. Overnight low of 39. So temperature's not as cold as it was yesterday. We expect a high of 56 on Thursday. Tomorrow night, 34. Some clouds on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Expect a high of 62. And the weekend looking good. Even though we may have some a slight chance of rain on Saturday, temperatures still will be in the mid-60s. Right now, we're at 49 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county looking pretty good at the moment. Not too bad in most areas. 41A Fort Campbell slow in a couple of spots. 79 Woodlawn just slow in a couple of spots. But 48 and 13, if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy out that way. Very heavy traffic. 41A out in Sango, not too bad at the moment. The MLK 76 connectors slow in a couple of spots. Rossview Road slow. And 79 St. Bethlehem is slow, especially out by the interstate. Looks like Tylertown Road, Trenton Road, and the 101st Parkway are all very busy at the moment, but nothing too serious. Now, if you're headed to Nashville this morning, 24 looks good all the way into Davidson County. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what lies ahead when you get there.
Good morning as cleanup continues on this wreck in Franklin here on 65 northbound at Cool Springs Road. It's looking better there. 40 eastbound up by White Bridge Pike from that earlier wreck there in West Nashville. And now checking a fender bender on 40 West near Church Street. As you get closer to the downtown area, 65 still looks good out of Robertson County down into Sumner. Don't miss the Gimme a 5 Black Friday warehouse sale that's coming up over 700 bins, 30,000 square feet. It'll be at the 1000 block of Apex Street. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news on the Big 1400 WJZM, all brought to you this morning by Heritage Bank. It is 8:07. This is hour number 2 of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is the Wednesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville, so that means that it is a Governor Wednesday.
Hello,
we'll be talking
governors.
we'll be talking to, you see them in the studio audience. Yeah,
governors.
We're surrounded by governors. Bill Persinger, he brought along some cadets from the ROTC department. We'll be talking with them.
You got to drop down and do 10.
I promise you, if I drop down, it's gonna be 10 days till they get me back up. You know.
Okay.
So don't be putting that on me. Don't be putting that on me.
Okay.
Because it's just not gonna happen.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll talk with them about the ROTC department and all things military at the Big 1400. 1400 WJZM Radio. It is 49 degrees, expecting a high today of 59 degrees. It is Governor Wednesday, so that means that Bill Persinger's here from Austin Peay State University. He is the Director of Marketing. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome once again.
Thank you.
Good. You had a good week?
We've had a great week.
Yeah. Well, we're on this, this ROTC kick.
We are.
We had Colonel
John
Montgomery, Colonel Montgomery last week, and now we have some cadets with us this week.
Yes, we have 3 cadets with us today from the program, and so we're going to introduce them in a minute. And this is a continuation of our military Appreciation Month, also in conjunction with Veterans Day. So we're excited to have them here.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Still going on.
Good. So, how's your week been? Been hunting? Have you done any hunting?
A little bit this weekend. My son and I went out for
just went sightseeing.
Yeah, pretty much. Hunting, not taking.
yeah, but your time will come.
Yes.
Your time. Do you all? Is it? I remember. I have friends, and it was a big deal, like a rite of passage or something, that they would get up early Thanksgiving morning and go out hunting. Do you do that?
Yeah, well, I do sometimes on Thanksgiving morning, depending on what the schedule is for the day. But you always got to be there for Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, whichever one. But yeah, some mornings I'll get up, and if I have a few hours to go sit in the stand or hunt whatever we're hunting, I'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Good. So what's going on over in the yard on campus to see?
We've got a big sports week this week. In fact, the Lady Govs won last night against Christian Brothers for their basketball game. They beat them 73 to 50. Really tough game. We were behind in the first half, and I think Coach Midlock had a talking to him, and they turned it around in the second half of the game and ended up winning it big. So that was a fun game to watch. We also have volleyballs playing Thursday night against Southeast Missouri for the OVC quarterfinals.
What time does that start?
I believe that is 7 p.m. And so come out and join us for that. And then also in the spirit of us recognizing Austin Peay's ties to the military with our special guest today, we don't want to forget about our military appreciation game Saturday as we take on Eastern Illinois at 4 p.m. in the Forterra Stadium. Anyone with a military ID gets in free, courtesy of retired Chief Warrant Officer 4 Joe and Andrea Maynard. And so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a big game. It's the final regular season home game in Forterra Stadium. So.
Yeah. Well, now is this kind of like a playoff game for us?
Well, so I think right now we are in second, and Eastern Illinois is also right there with us. And if I understand it right, if we win this game, we're in second, and if we lose, we're tied for second.
Okay.
And so it's a big game. It's a really big game. So I'm sure it sounds like they're a pretty close matchup. So I'm sure it's going to be some exciting football.
Yeah, and we would encourage all our military. And now, is this with the military? So that means if you're retired or active duty military, correct?
Anybody with a military ID can show up and they get in free.
Now, John Michaels can't. That one that he made up.
That copy machine one won't work.
Yeah, that one's not going to work. And besides, John, they don't. The rank on there, they don't have any. Field marshals. They don't have that in the U.S. military. But anyway, is that 4 p.m. at Forterra Stadium? We're taking on who? SEMO? No.
We're taking on
Eastern Illinois. Oh, that's a big game. We're tied with them for second, or are they in first?
Well, I think we're in second, and they're in third. I think they've played maybe one less game than we have so far. So our OVC game, and so I think that'll be the deciding factor on if we're tied with them or we're actually got a secure foot on second place.
So this is the last regular season game for the Governors, and it is this Saturday against Eastern Illinois at Forterra Stadium, and you get in free if you got a military ID card. Thank you, retired Chief Warrant Officer 4 Joe and his wife Andrea Maynard. Is that who is sponsoring? Yeah, good. And then Sunday. We have a basketball doubleheader. The men's team plays at 2 p.m. against the University of North Carolina, Asheville, and then the women will follow in a matchup against Trevecca. So that ought to be good. The first doubleheader of the season this Sunday.
Yep.
Right. Starting at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Either.
So get out of church and come on over to the Dunn Center and watch Austin Peay play in the basketball. I was thinking about the coach, and he said, "Okay, I want you to come angry. I want you to come angry to the games." And so come over to the Dunn Center this Sunday. So a full week of something for every: basketball, football, volleyball, and a Austin Peay doubleheader. You know,
big sports week.
Yeah, it is a big sports week.
And the other thing I forgot is actually volleyball. The tournament, or they go to the semifinals and the finals.
This is the OVC tournament.
Right. Yeah, this is the OVC volleyball tournament. So. If the Gov's volleyball team wins tomorrow night, then they move on Friday to the semifinals, and then Saturday to the finals.
Now, did we finish in first?
We won the regular season.
The regular season.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're in first place. That's if you haven't been to a volleyball game, it's there. We've got obviously a phenomenal team this year, but it's really fun to watch.
A great record.
Yeah.
Weren't they like 19 or 20 something and 4 or something like that?
Yeah. I don't know their season record, but they've obviously done very well. So
yeah. So there you have it. A great week of sports at Austin Peay State University, and don't forget this Saturday, of course, the football game. And if you are a military, if you're prior military or reserve, or if you just have a military ID, then you get in the game free against Eastern Illinois. 4 p.m. at Forterra Stadium. And we're glad to have some ROTC cadets with us from the Austin Peay ROTC department. Christian Berry, he is a finance major. He's a junior. He is a military brat. He is a cadet with no prior service. Alicia is active duty option cadet. She's going to explain what that means. You're a former medic, Army medic, is that right? And she has 10. Oh man, you had 10 years of service.
Yeah.
And then you decided to go back to.
Old lady.
But well, Alyssa.
Alyssa. Yes.
Alyssa. Let me get it right. Right, Alyssa. And then Roderick Davison, he's a freshman, first semester, and he intends on going on active duty. So thank you all for coming in. Yes, welcome. Let's start with Roderick. Yes, Roderick. Okay, you're from a military family.
Yes, sir.
And so what made you decide to go into the military?
Army's always what I've been around my entire life. I grew up at Fort Bragg for about 15 years.
We're not going to hold that against you, you know.
My dad did 22 years active duty service.
Mm-hmm. And so you decided why Austin Peay?
I grew up, I went to high school here as well.
So where'd you go to high school?
West Creek High School.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Kelly came to my school about 3 times, and about the last time he finally convinced me to join the program, sir.
So what do you think of the ROTC department so far?
It's awesome, sir. It's a great experience for me thus far, and I look forward to the future.
Let me ask you something. Roderick and Christian, you're both military brats, yes, correct? It's kind of different with you all being a military brat and being a non-military brat because you all are familiar with the military. Correct, and so easing into the ROTC department, you understand a lot more just going in than most people who would decide they want to go into the ROTC department and don't have any military experience. They aren't, a military brat, don't you think?
I would agree to a certain extent. We talk with our family members that are in the military. They give us some pointers and, how things go in big Army. And we take that and we put that into the program once we get in. Mm-hmm. But I'd say when we first start out, unless you're prior service, like Cadet Price here, I think we all start out on a level, even level playing field, and then we learn from there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I guess my point was it's not as it doesn't blow people's minds to understand the discipline that is involved, and because you all are used to it, you know.
Right.
There's no way that you were not brought up in a military household and there was a certain amount of discipline that your bed made. No, you're not going out until your bed's made, you know. And you know, we used to have that stand inspection on Saturdays at my house.
Yes,
you know, I couldn't, you know, my dad, you know, that's when they worked half a days on Saturday, and he'd come home after, you know, doing that half a day, and we'd have to inspect we couldn't go out until our bedrooms were clean, you know. But anyway, I got out of that when I went away to college real quick. Alyssa.
Yes.
Alyssa, how are you?
Good.
So you were in the military for 10 years?
Yes, sir.
And then you were a medic?
Yes, sir.
And then you decided to go back to school and go through the ROTC department?
Yes, sir.
That's kind of why?
Well, for me, I already have my bachelor's degree, and so that's what most lieutenants have. They have a bachelor's degree. So for me, it was just I have the experience, I have the education. So why am I not at the same level as all these lieutenants? So for me, it was just going back to school. I can increase my education and be able to lead in a greater capacity than I did when I was enlisted.
So you already have your bachelor's degree?
Yes, sir. I'm in graduate school now.
Oh, so basically you're getting a grad degree.
Yes, sir.
But an undergraduate ROTC degree.
Yes, sir.
Under commission.
Right.
You'll still come out a lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's what you wanted to do?
Yes, sir.
And you were a medic in prior service?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was a medic for 10 years. I'm trying to stay in the medical field, so hopefully be like a medical service officer as a lieutenant.
Good. What are you a junior or?
So yeah, I'm an academic junior for ROTC purposes.
Okay, and so but you have to go through everything that they're going through.
Yes,
that
sir.
Christian
I go through the same thing as everyone else. Even with all my experience, I still have to go through all the same training.
Do they come to you for questions that, you know, a lot of people want to know? What's it like? And, you know, what about...
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And that's a good thing about having the experience, that you can share it with the other cadets and help them get ahead of some of the other lieutenants that maybe in their ROTC programs, they don't have an active duty, you know, prior active duty or prior service person to, you know, share that wisdom with them. So I think our cadets are actually probably way ahead of some of the other cadets that come out of other programs.
So were you able to be guaranteed that you will be into healthcare?
No, not yet. So hopefully I do well at advanced camp next year, and I rank well amongst the rest of the country, and I'll be able to get the branch that I want.
Yeah, Colonel Montgomery was telling us that, what is it, the 3 phases that you have to go through? I can't remember what they were. It was like before you can, before they decide that, yeah, we want to contract you, and so you can be what you want, what field you want to be in. If they see the potential in you, they do that after, and it's after advanced camp, I think.
Yes, sir.
That you all, you know, get a chance to do that. You know, Roderick and Christian, as not being prior service, what do you want to be? What
I want to be
field?
an infantry officer, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Military police, sir.
He wants to be packing. He wants to be packing. We're glad it is Governor Wednesday here on the Big 1400. Alyssa, and Roderick and Christian are here. They're from the ROTC department at Austin PSC. I've got Roderick and Braden. No, Braden didn't come.
No, sir.
Okay, so we got Christian instead.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you'll work. We need to take a break. It's time now for a Sports Now update brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville. Go online to culvers.com for an update on their frozen custard flavor of the day.
The Nashville Predators continued what is now a 5-game winning streak last night with a 6-3 home win over former Preds head coach Barry Trotz and the Washington Capitals. The Caps tied the game up 2-2 in the second period before the Preds rattled off 4 straight unanswered goals. Philip Forsberg scored his 100th career NHL goal in the triumph, joining a total of 12 Predators that scored at least least 1 point last night. Nashville will now travel to Minnesota for a Thursday night contest against the Wild before returning home on Saturday night to host the Colorado Avalanche. Now a quick check-in on the high school ranks where Clarksville Academy's girls bowling squad got a resounding win last night. The Lady Cougars pounded St. Cecilia 23-4 and were led by Leah Hayes, who bowled a game-high score of 181. Brianna Wade was CA's second-best bowler yesterday afternoon. She scored a game-high of 148, helping her team to that comfortable victory. Lastly today, we take you to Knoxville for a report on University of Tennessee basketball's second straight win this season. The Vols routed High Point last night, 84-53, thanks to their second straight superb defensive effort. Tied at 7 just over 5 minutes into the ball game, Tennessee used a 32-0 run to quickly put that game out of reach for HPU. The Vols made nearly 50% of their shots overall last night and were an incredible 45% from three-point range. The Basket Vols will get their first true test of this season next Wednesday when they'll face number 19 Purdue in the first round of the annual Battle for Atlantis tournament down in the Bahamas. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Made to order, never frozen Midwest beef served on a toasted buttery bun is just the beginning at Culver's of Clarksville. The experience crescendos into fresh homemade custard that you can customize into delectable treats like sundaes, banana splits, or one of their signature concrete mixers. You'll be treated like family and fed like royalty at Culver's of Clarksville, near Exit 4 just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at 140 Southampton Place. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
The Big 1400. Don't forget, we have another Sports Now update brought to you by Mr. Appliance at 9:20 on the Big 1400. This is a Governor Wednesday, and we're talking with Alyssa Price and Roderick Davidson and Christian Berry. They're all TC cadets. And Roderick was telling me an interesting story. Is that right? No. Christian. Yes, okay. Hold on. Roderick, go ahead. Christian, tell me.
Yes,
tell me the school. You went. You're a junior.
Yes, sir.
But you've already gone to Airborne School.
Correct.
So tell us about that.
So last year as a sophomore, I got a call from one of my captains, and he asked me if I want to go to Airborne School. And I sat there in my bed, and my life flashed before my eyes because heights was my biggest fear. And I answered, I said, yes, sir, I'll go to Airborne School. And for like the next week after that phone call, I couldn't sleep at night because I was just worried to death that I'm going to jump out of a plane. So
a perfectly good airplane.
Exactly. Perfectly good airplane. You know, who in their right mind wants to jump out of a plane, right? So anyways, fast forward to the summer, preparing myself to go to Airborne School, running and going to the gym, and then was like 0:03 in the morning. I'm up doing the PT test on day 1 of Airborne School. I passed that with flying colors, and then 15 days later, I'm completing my final jump out of AC-130 or C-130, and it was the best experience of my life, and I was glad I had the opportunity to go. And then also, I overcame my biggest fear, which was heights.
Yeah. Did you just have to jump once?
No, sir. So you have to complete a total of 5 jumps. You have to complete 3 combat jumps, a night jump, 3 Hollywood jumps, a combat jump, and a night jump.
Hollywood jump is?
So you jump out of the plane with no gear on except your parachute. A combat jump, you have to jump with a medium-sized ruck between your legs, a MAW-C, which is a modular airborne weapons case that holds your weapon once you're jumping out, and that adds maybe, I'm going to say, about 45 to 50 pounds of weight to you when you're jumping out of the plane.
And the night jump?
The night jump is what it is, sir. You jump when it's not daylight outside.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
Well, good. Congratulations. So will you, before you graduate, will you go to Air Assault School?
I've already been to Air Assault School,
Oh,
sir.
so you already qualified for Air Assault?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. So you're ahead of the curve.
Yes, sir. I try to be.
Yeah. And so you will go back to Benning when you finish, I guess, if you get into the infantry. Is
Correct,
that right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And you'll go for advanced training?
Yes, sir. I'll go to Infantry Bullock down there at Benning.
Yeah. Have you already been to the, Alyssa, what were you talking about, going to the advanced course, or no?
Oh, advanced camp next summer?
Yeah.
That's where all cadets have to
go there?
between their junior and senior year.
Will you go there? Is that where you'll go?
Yes, sir. Every cadet goes between their junior year and senior year summer.
Okay. Now, Roderick, what you are, is it Roderick?
Yes, sir.
I got it. So now you want to be in, you told me, military police.
Yes, sir.
Fort Gordon, is that where the military police is?
Fort Leonard Wood, sir.
Fort Leonard Wood. Oh,
yes, sir.
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Yes,
Why military police?
I'm actually already gone through MP training. I'm in the Tennessee National Guard right now, and I went straight after high school. I really enjoyed MP training. It was really nice for me.
So you're already qualified for MP training?
Technically, sir. Yes, sir.
And so what will you have to do when you graduate?
Just MP Bowick, sir. Same place.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. You know, so you got a leg up. So, you know.
Yes, sir.
Alyssa, as you go through school, what is the biggest difference that you found in getting back to the classroom? But you already had your bachelor's degree,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So this wasn't that much difference, was it?
No, I mean, I've been out of school for a couple of years, and in grad school, you have a lot more, I guess you'd say, older people. But just being ROTC, you have to deal with, I guess, a younger population, and it's a challenge to try to keep up with some of the younger kids. That's why I call them kids, because they're way younger than I am.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a challenge. You have to keep up because you're expected to, perform just like they are.
Right.
Especially in the ROTC program.
Right. So here you are, and you are in grad school, and so you graduate when? In 2 years?
I graduate next fall.
Next fall. Well, good. Congratulations. So once you and so then you'll be commissioned
yes.
a second lieutenant.
Yes.
And which is what your goal. And hopefully you'll get into healthcare administration or into the health field. What did you say? Hospital? What did you want to be in?
It was just healthcare management.
In the military.
Yes.
So how does that rank? You've already got 10 years of prior service. So you only have to do 10 more years to get your 20.
That's
is that
correct.
right?
Yes.
Is that the plan, or you think you might stay?
The plan is to do my full 20 and then retire. Hopefully as like
whatever
an officer,
rank you are.
Whatever officer rank I make it to at that point. And,
yeah. And so what is your goal? Major?
Well, if I make, major is attainable in 10 years. I'll be happy if I make captain, though. And I can retire. I'll be happy retiring that. And go from a private, enlisted to retiring as a captain. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. When did you know that you wanted to go back and do that, become an officer?
I've been thinking about it for the past couple of years. And as soon as I finished my bachelor's degree, I was like, well, this is, silly. Like, I loved being enlisted. I loved being an NCO, but I think that I knew I had the potential to be an officer, and so I really wanted to. That became my goal.
Yeah. Were you deployed?
Yes, I deployed to Iraq in 2010.
Oh, and well, good. Thank you for your service. The idea of what do you all find in the ROTC department? What is the most enlightening thing that you all have come across? I mean, what surprised you most about the ROTC department or the ROTC training? First of all, were you all in, Roderick and Christian, were you all in ROTC in high school, JROTC?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
so you all had some ROTC plus being military brat.
Right.
But, once you got into college, what changed you? What have you found surprisingly about the ROTC?
Well, for me, coming in, I've always been around sports, and then moving around as a military brat, you can't really connect with people that have been brought up in the same city, their whole lives. Because
you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. Because I've shared with people all my life, and they say, well, being a military brat and traveling, that must have been so neat. And I say, yeah, it is. I said, but it's a two-edged sword. And they said, why? I said, because unlike a lot of the kids I went to school with, I don't know where anybody is that I went to kindergarten with.
Right.
And, you go to some schools and they've been, I've been knowing him since kindergarten. Right. I don't know where anybody is that I went to school with in kindergarten. So you're right. It's funny you mentioned that.
Right. And so coming into the ROTC program, like day one, everyone treats you like a part of the family, and you guys build together. You know, you go through the training and you select together. But then, you know, we have like prior service cadets, like Cadet Price and her husband in the program that have been through where we're trying to get. Me and Roderick, where we're trying to get, they've been there, so they help move us along the way. And then we all come together, and that's been like the most enlightening thing to me is family, because like I was saying, you don't really have the family aspect moving around so much with other friends that are not blood, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Your husband's in the ROTC department?
Yes, sir. He's a active duty option cadet as well. He actually just started this semester. I convinced him to join the program.
Go figure. You know, y'all have any kids?
Yeah, we have one son.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 15 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, man, y'all really gonna have your hands full.
Yeah, we're busy. We stay busy.
You're really gonna have your hands full. So, Christian, what has opened your eyes about the ROTC department?
What I would say was the most rewarding thing is kind of what Christian said over here. Just being able to sit under the ADOs, the active duty option cadets, and learn from them. I was fresh out of high school before I went to MP training, so that little 19 weeks of training that I got really wasn't nothing to say that I've been there and had the experience in the military.
So that was you went straight out of high school. You went into the military.
Yes, sir.
And you went through the reserve, the active
National Guard.
National Guard.
Yes, sir.
MP training.
Yes,
and
sir.
it was 19 months.
19 weeks, sir.
19 weeks.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's what? That's
5 months, sir.
5 months.
Yes, sir.
And then you started college.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that was something.
Yes, sir.
You know, I was thinking about the ROTC department. Does the idea that a lot of people on the outside looking in, they don't think about the classroom, instructional part of it? They, you know, whether they're marching and they're practicing marching and they're going to the field or they're going to event, but you know, they don't really think about the classroom part of it. Is that right, Alyssa?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I mean, they don't realize that when you're an ROTC cadet that there's a lot to it. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of your time. So you're not just a regular, college student that goes to class and then does your homework. You have ROTC, and there's a lot of requirements that come along with that, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication.
So is your husband prior? He's prior service too.
Yeah, he has 12 years of active duty service.
What does he want to go into?
Infantry. He was an infantry platoon sergeant, so he wants to stay infantry.
Okay. So you'll be making less money as a lieutenant than you were as a sergeant. No, you won't. No, you won't.
We'll be making more.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. So, as you look forward to this, did you want to make it a career, Christian?
Yes, sir. I'd like to do 20 years at least. But I kind of want to make it, shoot for the stars. Becoming a general would be, like, amazing. So that'd be more than 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the goal I set for myself. But if I fall short, so to speak, and become a lieutenant colonel or full bird colonel, I'll be happy with that as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Roderick?
Yes, sir. I want to do 20 years at least as well.
Well, being an MP, gee whiz, and you can be on CID or NCIS, close.
Well, that's the naval one.
No, that's the Navy. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't get me started. Well, good. So what are you all doing for Thanksgiving?
I'll be going to Mansfield, Ohio, to visit my family up there. Most of my mom and dad's immediate family lives around that area.
Oh,
so I'll be going up there to visit.
How far is that?
From here.
Is it near Cleveland?
No, sir. It's about 3.5 hours away from Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing, Roderick?
I'm actually going to Mansfield as well, sir.
Are you going with him?
No, sir. Our families live in Mansfield, sir.
Oh.
We just found this out a few days ago, sir, that our dads actually grew up at the same high school together.
How cool is that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Alyssa, and what are you cooking?
I think we're going to have a pretty big Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to have some friends and family over to our house.
Where's your home? Where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, that's right. I saw that on your thing.
Yeah, but
we talked about that.
Yeah, we have some friends in the local area, though, that are going to come over to our house, and we'll all spend the day together.
Oh, good. Well, thank you all for coming in. Continued success. You know, I hope that you all do well in the ROTC department. It's not easy, you know, deciding that. But you know, the interesting thing, and Alyssa, you fit into this too, is that you do 20 and you're still a young man, a young woman. You know, you still got your whole life. You know, we had Clarksville High School, a young lady in last week. Wasn't she from Clark? She was, that was Clarksville High, and she was prior service, and she stayed in 20, and she said, you know, I got out at 20, and I said, I'm still in my 40s. You know, I can do a lot of things. So I went back, she went back to school, got her degree, and now she's a teacher. Right. So, you know, at 40, you know, you all, 20, you're doing 20, that's still the whole world. But, you know, I don't know. Like, Christian, you want to be a general. So you might be there a little longer. Yes, you know, I don't know about you. Roderick, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. Yes, you know, you might, you know, you never know about, you know, being in the military. But, you know, what you're doing, Alyssa, to me, would be one of those great fields. You know, you're coming out of, you know, with they look at your resume and they see, and, you know, the experience you have, that will put you right at the top of the list.
That's what I hope.
Yeah, it will. It will. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It is Governor Winston. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Good seeing you again.
Good to see you.
So we're skipping next week. So.
Well, yeah, I think we're taking off next week, and we'll start back up after Thanksgiving.
Yep, we'll be back. We'll be right here. Y'all have a safe trip to Ohio. Next week, when do y'all get out? Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
Y'all leave Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Be safe. Okay.
All right, thank you. Right.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. We need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card?
Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app.
With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more.
And best of all, it's free from F&M Bank.
Member FDIC.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
America, the home of fun-seeking adventurers. And they all like draw games. Till they get a load of Lotto America. With tickets just $1, drawings twice a week, and jackpots starting at $2 million. It's Lotto America from the Tennessee Lottery. It's November in Tennessee, and you know what that means. Fall is in full force, or as we at the Tennessee Lottery like to call it, cash fall. The time of year when a couple of dollars can turn into a nice little cash windfall. And the best part is there are lots of ways to play. Instant games are always fast and fun. Or play a big money drawing style game like Tennessee Cash with Tennessee-only jackpots. But you better hurry, because cash is falling like leaves at the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Was your New Year's resolution to lose weight, but you haven't been able to accomplish this? Then come to the Doctor's Diet Program at 231 Dover Road. They're open Tuesdays and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Doctor's supervised weight loss can be achieved by following the simple diet plan. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds, the Doctor's Diet Program can help. Call them today at 931-906-5555. That's 931-906-5555.
There's finally a stress-free, no-risk way to buy a new mattress thanks to Beds Express. With their Triple Z guarantee, there's literally no way you can go wrong. Don't waste another night tossing and turning on your old, worn-out bed. Dive into affordable comfort at Beds Express in Clarksville at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Bellevue at 7643 Highway 70 South, and in Murfreesboro at 2222 Medical Center Parkway. Beds Express, Middle Tennessee's better sleep solution.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio Clarksville area weather. We expect maybe a spotty shower today. Expect the high of 59 tonight. A shower in this evening, and then it moves through, and then we'll have some clearing overnight, low around 39. Sunny much of the day on Thursday, 56 for an expected high. Currently, we're at 50 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Chuck and John on the Good Morning Clarksville show did his Governor Wednesday. We appreciate Bill Persinger for bringing in Alyssa and Christian and Roderick from the ROTC department.
Goodbye, governors.
We appreciate that. So,
yes,
Iowa, when you think of signature food, you do not think of Iowa, correct?
I think that would be correct, sir.
Okay. Well, a sophomore at Iowa State University named Chris Jorgensen,
he's developed the Iowa burger.
He's just trying to change that. They need to find something else for this young man to do, though.
Oh.
He made himself a grilled cheese sandwich last week, but instead of bread, he put the slice of American cheese between two Pop-Tarts. And he tweeted, quote, "You ain't from Iowa if you've never had one of these." Now,
Lord,
lots of people from Iowa have chimed in and say they've never heard of this sandwich before. But Chris's tweet is going viral, so maybe one day, we'll look back at this moment as when Iowa's signature dish was created.
We'll look back at this day and go, why? Why? Why did you run those Pop-Tarts? Does it say what flavor Pop-Tarts he put them between?
Gingerbread. I don't know. I don't eat Pop-Tarts.
Gosh. I've been eating Pop-Tarts since they came out.
Well,
you would not put
I remember eating them. I have eaten a Pop-Tart, but putting, a slice of cheese, a double slice of cheese between two Pop-Tarts to make it Iowa's state sandwich.
Ew, that's all I can think about is ew, not I.
I
want my Pop-Tart just like it is.
I guess Tennessee's state sandwich is hot sauce with cheese. What kind of...
No, just pepper sauce.
Huh?
You can put some pepper cheese on it. Pepper jack.
Yeah, hot sauce with
maybe
pepper
some
jack.
cheddar.
Yeah.
Or some of that pork. Well, see, that's why I buy the Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts with cheese on them. No.
Well, it's with everybody, you got a different taste, right? But I just think that's a perfectly good waste of a great slice of American cheese.
It is to put it between two Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
That's a waste.
It is.
It's a waste.
But it could have put it with the hot sauce sandwich, and that would have really been a waste.
What, the Pop-Tarts?
Put
the hot sauce in between two Pop-Tarts?
To put it on a hot sauce sandwich.
Well, that's probably more people eat hot sauce than they do two Pop-Tarts with cheese in between them.
I have one word.
What?
Why?
Why? That's what I ask.
Yeah.
Why? I ask why. Okay.
The Big 1400.
For you, 14 JZM. If you do want me, give me the sugar. If you don't want me, don't leave me on, girl. But if you need me, show me that you love me. And when I'm feeling blue and I want to, there's just one thing that you should do. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my baby, to show me that you're mine, girl. Oh, yeah. Just give me some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my darling, to show me that you're mine, girl. All right. Do you want me? Give me the sweet talk. If you don't want me, don't leave me on, girl. But if you need me, show me that you love me. And when I'm feeling
1400, 50 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high of 59. A lot better today than it was yesterday.
Oh, was it cold tea yesterday?
Yeah, it was. It was cold.
Was it cold tea yesterday?
Was.
I turned on the heat for you this morning.
I know, and I'm so appreciative. I'm so appreciative that you turned on the heat for me this morning.
Put an extra lump
I
of
would
coal
feel
on the
awfully
fire.
toasty this morning.
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative that, you know what I'm going to do for you?
I'm afraid to ask.
I'm going to let you play.
I'll probably get the beanie weenie in this
I'm
one.
going to let you play yes or BS.
No.
Yes
Can I phone a friend?
or BS.
No.
And I picked a topic that you know something about.
Probably not.
Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee trivia, okay?
Oh, brother. I'll just drink it. I don't care where it comes from.
No, well, this is some coffee trivia. Learn with the radio.
All right.
I will ask the question. You say yes if
you'll
it's
ask the
true
question.
or no if it's total BS, okay?
Okay.
The topic is coffee
baby.
trivia. Okay. Number one. There's supposedly a Starbucks cup in every scene of the movie Fight Club. Yes or BS?
I hated that movie. BS.
Yes. Director David Fincher told Empire magazine that there's at least one cup in every shop. Starbucks was in on it and donated the cups.
I did not pay attention to
Yep.
that movie.
Number two,
Okay.
President George Washington invented the first instant coffee. Yes or BS? Very good. A guy named George Washington invented it, but it wasn't the George Washington. It was called Red E-Coffee. Soldiers drank it during World War I. Number three.
Okay.
Before we said cup of Joe, people used to say cup of Jamoki. Yes or BS?
BS.
Jamoki was a nickname for coffee in the late 1800s. It's a combination of Java and Mocha.
I wasn't alive back then. How am I supposed to know this
Well,
stuff?
you know, you could have listened to it at your grandfather's knee. Say, back in the day, we did Jamoki. It was not
That
clear
sounds
if it
like
was
something you
definitely where Cup of Joe came from, but it predates it, so the Jamoki does, so it makes sense. Number four.
Okay.
The guy who owned the oldest cat on record put coffee in its food. Yes or BS?
I'm going to say that's yes.
Very good. You're on a roll, John. Its name was Cream Puff. It was born in 1967. It died in 2005 at 38. Before that, the same guy owned the former oldest cat in the world and put coffee in its diet, too. He also fed them other weird stuff like bacon, eggs, and broccoli. And they were the
Pop-Tarts
oldest
with
cats in the
cheese.
world. Yeah.
What?
So maybe I ought to start putting broccoli in Wembley's food. What do you think?
I'm going to start putting coffee in
rock
her water bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a bowl, but she has a water bottle. I'll just put some coffee in there.
And finally, the
Like she
longest
needs it.
trip taken by a coffee-powered car was over 200 miles. Yes or BS?
I have never in my life heard of that, so I'm going to say that's BS.
Yes! In 2010, someone modified a 1988
look like a
Volkswagen
fool.
so it broke coffee down into carbon monoxide and hydrogen. It made its 209 miles, and it could go 60 miles an hour. Each mile took the equivalent of about 56 espressos. So see?
56 espressos.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so you learn with the radio, you know.
Well,
Yeah. Isn't that something? Yeah.
it is good.
Yeah.
But
Good to know.
I didn't learn anything.
Sure you did. You learned with the radio.
Oh, that's right. What was it? Jamocha?
Yeah, Jamoki.
Jamoki.
Well, yeah, the nickname back in the 1800s. Yeah. Instead, they
Sounds
don't know
like
where
something
Cup.
from the
We don't know where
70s.
Cup of Joe came from.
Doesn't it?
But I think it
Jamoki
was.
sounds like something more from the 70s. Hey, man, you got some Jamoki? Yeah, let's sip it. What's
No,
hot?
I don't like. So, do you like espresso?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I like
And-
to get that, you know,
Yeah, that's, you know,
drink that little cup.
yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You're at a loss for words.
No, I'm not. I mean, I understand, you know, that
like to
coffee affects people in different ways.
Yeah.
But you drink coffee all day.
I do.
Some people don't. I drink.
He drinks one cup and he's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And he puts, it's really not coffee.
Why? Because I put so much creamer in it?
It's a little coffee with your cream and sugar.
No, yeah. I like a little coffee with my cream and sugar.
It looks like milk.
Yeah.
I thought he was drinking milk the other day. Did you want some cereal with that?
2%.
He said, no, it's coffee.
Yeah. 2%. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. That about does it for this Wednesday. We appreciate Bill Persinger from Austin Peay State University helping us to pull off this Governor Wednesday on the Big 1400. John and I always look forward to being with you as you share part of your day with us. Until tomorrow, it'll be Thursday, Teacher Thursday on the Big 1400. Bye-bye.
And the sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without wanting love bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gone.